Hello, this is Duke from Duke It Out, and this will be the start of something new on this channel. I've been trying to get some more video ideas, and something happened this week that sparked a new idea for me. Whenever a certain event happens in wrestling, there's the chance where everyone's happy. But let's be honest, that never happens with wrestling fans. There's also the chance of everyone hating it, or most especially, it leaves so many fans divided, which will likely lead into a bit of banter. So I thought for topics like these, let's go through what I've thought over the years of a certain subject, to determine whether a certain outcome in wrestling is good or bad. And if I'm right down the middle, my choice is going to be, I don't care. And for its first episode, the topic will be what made me come up with this video series, Nia Jax. Nia Jax originally signed with WWE in 2014, immediately being a top star in the NXT women's division. She was called up to the main roster 2 years later and definitely had her fair share of successes over those next few years, being a former women's tag team champion and Raw women's champion. But those successes have also brought up some controversies. It has been heavily talked about over the years of Nia Jax being too dangerous in the ring, injuring Kairi Sane potentially twice in 2020, and hurting other stars like Bayley or Charlotte Flair. But the most public is when she broke Becky Lynch's nose, leading to Becky's singles match against Ronda Rousey being cancelled. And there were some other off moments like Nia and Charlotte getting into a literal fight during a match on Raw. But in late 2021, Nia Jax asked if she could take a break from the company to focus on her mental health, which is very understandable since wrestling puts a lot of work on people's bodies, and Nia Jax has received some cruel bullying on social media. Even more when some political opinions from her were getting more public. But WWE took that time off literally, because in November of 2021, Nia Jax was released from her WWE contract. She did address her frustrations with how it was handled, but in 2023, Nia started making her way back to the company. She was the surprise entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble match, and we didn't see her again until this past week, where in the main event of Raw, she attacked both Raquel Rodriguez and Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. So it seems Nia is the next threat to Rhea's title run. But this return was not silent from fans. Plenty making the argument that she'll continue to injure wrestlers or people who just straight up don't like her. So having a few days to think about it, I want to give my opinion on if this Nia Jax return is good or bad. I won't lie here. I've never been a big fan of Nia Jax. Of course, not personal. In interviews, she has seemed very kind and genuine. But in the beginning of her main roster run, I was really not a fan. But she did grow on me a bit, having some really good matches with talents like Asuka and Ronda Rousey. But the injury thing is pretty clear to see if you've been watching WWE over the past 5 years. And she has created some heated moments for both wrestling fans and wrestling locker rooms. Maybe less in the locker room department because she does have plenty of friends in the business. So I would want to lean this more on the bad side, but at the same time, it does bring a new challenge for Rhea Ripley. At this stage, it doesn't seem like anyone could beat Rhea right now, besides Becky Lynch, and they clearly want to save that until WrestleMania. So I do understand why they put Nia in a program with Rhea, and for all we know, this could be a one-match deal. That brings some good to this decision, but does it overshadow the negative? In my opinion, I don't think the negativity will be overshadowed over the next month. So it is making me want to put this more in the I don't care column, because I think there's the possibility of us forgetting about the whole return by the end of the year, especially if she's not back long term. But since this is the first episode, I don't want it to be down the middle, so I'm gonna say that this is more so a bad decision. But I can easily see myself being proven wrong. So that was my discussion on if the Nia Jax return was good or bad. Please feel free to leave your opinions on Nia's return in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and duke out your opinions below in the comments.
Just hit my stizzy. God damn.
Hey, pass that shit, Gunty. Got no time for that bullshit. Got no time for that bullshit. Got no time for that bullshit. Hold up.
I got no time.
Hey.
Walk up to the counter, put 100 in between a leg and a lingerie.
Let's go.
Rap is so good, your homies need to catch up on the lake. Think this it, homie, we got so much more to make. Hell's Kitchen is the stew, we whip this shit. See your thighs jiggle in that dry fit. Getting blow together.